Hey everyone, long time no see. How's everyone doing? Hopefully everyone is doing well. Now I don't know if it is my Twitch that is completely effed and that I don't see chat. No, okay, so everything is fine here. Cool. Oh, I forgot to change the title, didn't I? Yeah. We're in fact not doing Brazilian and Turkish stadiums. There we go. That's better. Hey Andreas. Will Danish, of course, Danish stadiums will be included at some point. Yeah, finally Mac. Again, Samed, please keep in mind that this is still experimental and still in beta, so things can and most likely will break. But it is a step. That is 100% correct. Yeah. But yeah, Danish stadiums will be included. Thanks, Daniel. Thanks, Daniel Castro. Thank you so much, man. No worries, Andreas. Thank you so much for joining in. Hey, Dale. Hopefully you are doing well, man. Yeah, you had some nice things as well that you achieved, so that's really cool. So yeah. Hey, Mr. Red. Hopefully you are doing well. Okay, this is progress. So what I'm currently working on is Goodison Park, as you can see, for Mr. Tini, who is a legendary icon on Patreon. So I'm currently working on how to rotate the stadiums around, because this is the right way around. Let's see. So the stadium needs, or the seats need to be turned around 180 degrees. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna start building some stadiums quite soon. I'm gonna park this for now. Yeah, Andreas, that is true. Yeah, Daniel, today we're gonna work on the Municipal and the Botafogo grounds. So perfect timing. I'm gonna park this for now. Might work some more on this tonight. And yeah, so we're gonna do the Municipal. Should have it loaded at least. Are you guys not seeing? I forgot to switch scene again, didn't I? There we go. Now we will see this. Or not, I guess. Bosh. There we go. So, Ajan, this will, at the moment, not work online. I am working together with some people to hopefully get a fix so that we can actually use it online, because it's not cheating, it's not injecting code. Have you done the Premier League? Yes, sir. All of the Premier League stadiums are in. The goal lines, yeah, that is. I have found a fix for that, which will be rolled out over the coming weeks. But just as with the light maps for each stadium specifically, I need to do that for the pitches and for the goal lines as well. So it is quite a lengthy process. Mr. Red, I did not remove the Roma banners. I am now working on a plugin that will allow you to both have the Roma Olimpico and the Lazio Olimpico. So that is something that I am working on. Thanks, Carl. Love that. Hey, Luigi. Hopefully the 1.3 won't disappoint. The beta test with the patrons was very, very good. So I'm hoping that translates to the public. Of course, it's a bit hard to tell because, hang on, because the patrons is a very specific like subset of like it's about 300 people, and that's quite a few people. But once 10,000 people use it, you will suddenly start running into bugs that you never knew existed. So it is a bit strange sometimes. But it is what it is. We'll just roll the ball with it. And in the meantime, so yeah, this is the municipal. Did I change the textures already? Ah, Fafo. Up one more layer. Oh, oops, I have to run this as admin. But yeah, hopefully the 1.3 won't disappoint you guys. It's been a wild ride for me as well, and so hopefully it will actually work properly this time around. Now let me quickly go in here to Portugal, Braga. Quickly make sure that these textures are all good. There we go. Performance will be a little bit harder, yes. That's just something I can't control. There is a lot more vertices, so a lot more stuff that has to be rendered, as well as more lighting. I have seen the Huey lighting. I have also reached out to him, but yeah, he hasn't responded yet. So, and the thing is, Ajan, I can make it look like that, but then half FM's player population will just suddenly blow up their PCs. So, you know, it's a bit of a balancing act. I want people to actually be able to play the game normally without having to have really expensive hardware. So I also wanted to work in, you know, less strong economies, which I hope makes sense. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions or just stuff you wanna know, run into any issues, let me know, and I'll try to answer them as well as I can. Yes, Lasny, the 1.4 version is on Patreon. The feedback has been that the shadows are a bit too rough, so that is something that I will look to change. Thanks, Gauss. Yeah, Ajan, I will look into that, but at this point, it's really just about making sure all of the bugs are out first. Saints, please try to play on high settings when using custom stadiums. That sounds really contradictory, but playing on higher settings is the way to play with my pack. I know it's very annoying if you have a poor PC. It will be brighter. It's not fully fixed because I haven't done the lighting maps for them yet. Luigi. At least I don't think I have. Let me quickly check in my files. There we go. No, so this one isn't updated yet. Sorry. Yes, you can add these to an existing save game. Yes, Arley. Right, materials have let's do apply then. Link to Patreon. Of course, I will. I always keep forgetting this. I need to set up this freaking bot. I will send a link to the Patreon right now. Thanks so much that you want to join. Hang on, I need to send the Patreon a different link. There we go. 2 seconds, guys. Hang on, is there anything else? Okay, no other messages. Let me quickly get to the dashboard of the Patreon. I'm so sorry, guys. A lot of things are running at once, so please. So the link that I've just shared in the YouTube chat is the link to the Patreon. I need to make an overview at some point. I know it's on Twitch, but I'm just gonna post it there anyway as well. Indeed, a shout out to Brazil. Right, let's go on with Braga then. So what I now need to do is this, split the scene. There we go. The Font Nova Arena. Yeah, that will be... So I'm gonna do Braga now. Then I'm gonna do Botafogo. And from that point on, we'll just see what we're gonna do. The Font Nova is something that I am working on. I just needed to do geolocation. And my link had expired and stuff. So I am gonna work on the Font Nova. But just, I wanted to include like the little lake. And once I have that, I'm gonna do it. So, yeah. Hopefully that is exciting for you guys. Portugal, Braga. Ah, fuck. Let me remove the model first, and then we'll re-import. Because I think some things got a bit messed up. I also want to give credit on this one to... God, I had a name in my head. I'm gonna find the notepad. 2 seconds, guys. Because this is made by a very talented PES modder. Is it DW? I'm gonna check right now. Yeah, so it is WeDP99 PES. So I will post a link to his Twitter, to his X in the... chat. So if you want, you can go ahead and follow him on Twitter. He makes amazing stadiums for PES, and he has been so kind as to allow me to transition these over to Football Manager. He's a very cool guy. So just a big shout out to we. Yes, the Geoffrey Gichard will definitely be in at some point. How can you control the lighting? If you go to the config file, that is how you can do it. It's a very global overview. I'm doing 5 things at once, which isn't good. Let me quickly remove these and let me add it back in now. So I got this. Now I've also done. I'm also in the process of doing Estoril and Nacional. SketchUp exports could work, absolutely, but there are certain things that I need to do manually still at that point, and I need to figure out a workflow for that. So, but they could absolutely work. Yes. Right, so I need to now remove this one again, just so it loses its dependencies. Like that. I'll open up Blender for a moment. Hopefully the lighting works for everyone, because that was one of the things I was really excited for. Is it should hopefully be all fixed and good now. If it isn't, let me know. Yeah, Daniel, it absolutely is. So I'm re-exporting it now, and hopefully, let's get this back now in Unity. But yeah, Braga is definitely one of the coolest stadiums that I've seen in a long time. I was actually really excited to get this one in. We're gonna have to do a lot of this work ourselves, which isn't too bad, I suppose. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And of course, Arthur Torres. He's the one who made the original model, I believe, for this one, or at least the conversion. So a big shout out to him as well. Right, I need to redo this entire cycle now, so that's a bit shit. Fuck. Also, just a quick message: I will not be around the coming few days. Something with work coming up, so that's why it's gonna be, yeah, it's just gonna be a bit different the coming days. That's also why I've decided to release the pack today, the update, instead of tomorrow. Hey Mario. Yeah, they will be improved. Yes. Hamburger SV is already in the game. Climax. I think that's it, right? Is the Majido? Yes, it is. A lot of them actually are, but there are so many stadiums and there are so many people who have a specific stadium they would want to see that it is it's quite overwhelming sometimes. But yeah, it's really cool to see that so many people are enjoying the stuff that I'm able to convert. Keep in mind, I don't make this myself. I only do the conversion to Pro Evolution Soccer from Pro Evolution Soccer. Secret: this update is 15 gigabytes, and it is one where you have to install everything again because there are so many changes inherently to every single stadium file that it cannot be smaller. I suspect that the next two releases will be this big, and from that point onward, I'm gonna start working with smaller updates because I think I will have most of it nailed down by that point. So just to let you guys know that. Yes, I will add Partizan as well, of course. I know, Mr. Red. I know, but it's time has not been on my side. I do understand the rivalry, and I will add it at some point. Oui, c'est Geoffrey Chichard et l'alité pour le 1.5. I think that was good French. Maybe not good French, but understandable French. Thanks, Secret. That is a really nice compliment, man. And Climax, yeah, let me know how it works, dude. And just ask questions. I'm very open and honest about everything you guys ask. I'm probably my own worst critic. So yeah. Save that, and now hopefully. I do have a list of all the stadiums. Yes, I will post a link to that in chat right now. But if someone is interested in maintaining the dock, that will be super, super helpful. Since right now, I feel like it is kind of... I don't have enough time to maintain this. So if someone wants to help maintain it, let me know. Would be much, much appreciated. Right. There we go. That's all worked out. Morumbis is indeed added to this update, yes. You cannot change the seat colors this update, sadly. And that is down to the fact that it needs to be this way for me right now in order to work with future updates. So I'm also working on a complete crowd revamp. Because I know they look like absolute dog ass. So yeah. Just know that I am aware and I am working on it. It's just sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. Now I still need to open up Blender. We'll have that on my third monitor so I can look at which textures go where. That is 115, which is shading Portugal and Braga. So there we go, and we do texture 002. Right, so there's that one. And then if I go here into materials, I can select everything, ram down the smoothness, and then we can start working. Let's add my custom shaders to this. So that's the line. Sorry that I'm not watching in chat. I'm too busy now with these sorts of things. I'll have a look right now. Can the update be... No, not yet. Sorry. So I am working on this with Justin, and I hope to have a patch out in relatively soon for that. So currently it is only drag and drop. So we can select these, then the wires are good. This one looks absolutely incredible. It is going to be such a treat to play football here. Like, genuinely. I don't know who made this. Like, as in who designed the stadium to be in this position. But they deserve such a raise, man. Insane. Absolutely. They cooked. Some stadium seats will have colors, others will still be white. Those will be added over time. Right, 121. Anyone? Sorry, you can tell that I'm a 2000s kid, just by the humor. Or tumor, I suppose. Right, so that's that. So that's 24. So yeah, just a little shameless plug. If you are interested in this and you want to get a week early access and help me out financially and to test new things in advance, there is a Patreon link that is available through the link tree in the description. Checking out the mod on stream, he's very happy. Oh, that's great. That's great. Should we just go onto his stream real quick? And it would be kind of cool. Okay, yeah, that is something. Some stadiums are a bit mistuned because I was still learning lighting at that point. So yeah, just shit happens, I guess. That one will be fixed in the next update though. Yes, so new gens are in fact dark. That is somehow the lighting was linked to new gen faces as well.
Yeah, Peak. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. Fairs. You think you get that much data? You think you get that much data at United game? You mad? BassyBoy, cheers to the follow, mate. I'm very impressed, my mate. Very, very impressed. I've got City away in my save in a minute. I'm intrigued to see what it's going to look like. I'm intrigued.
It's so cool to see this.
Yeah, very impressive. I mean, I've only looked at United. I've not looked at the rest. But that United looked very, very good.
Thanks for the gift, man.
I was even looking at like the details. Oh my God, Bulldog's gone. Go on, Teeny with a grifted. Bulldog's gone. Wait, Bulldog's actually gone.
No idea who Bulldog is,
nah,
but
like
he sounds impressive.
I'm gonna have to try and go for him next summer from Burnley. Big Sol commits future to Salford.
Yeah, I did make an airplane,
Do you guys
like
want
an
me to
airport
simulate to
in
the Etihad game?
Schiphol one.
Wait, how many games is it? Should we do... So we'd be playing... No, it's 2 games. Should we just sim to it? We're playing 16th and 15th. I think we just get to that whilst Base is here as well. Whilst he's here. Let's just get to them games. Let me put the team I'd play out. Hold on.
Don't look like
Basically, if you're still here, check back in about 10 minutes and I'll get you a bit of a live reaction of the Etihad.
Right. Curious to see how that will go in a bit. Let's get our asses back to Unity. Yeah, the goals are a bit fucked in the Camp Nou. That is something that I was made aware of too late. That will be better in due time, I hope. Right. So 10 minutes, he said. All right. I'm gonna be such a proud dad, me. It's so cool to see people are enjoying my mod. Like, genuinely, it's really fucking cool. This wasn't the right texture. I misclicked. I'm sorry. That's a bit strange, Jack. Did you remove all of the previous files as well? Because I know for some people that was a bit of a problem thing in the past, that they still had like their old files that were conflicting. So if you hadn't done that, then please try to do that. During testing, I haven't come across that, so nor have my Patreons. So yeah, hopefully that can be resolved swiftly. Michael, yeah, that will be next week, man. True, Average Mike. The online doesn't work currently, but I'm looking into a way to get that resolved. Did you install it through Justin's app, Jack Parkin? And there's so much detail in this stadium, man. It's incredible. Anfield, yeah, it can be very heavy. Some of them are very, very heavy. I'm gonna look into reducing performance cost in the future. But at least, like, yeah, the very big stadiums, they can be very heavy on GPU, sadly. Which I'm also still learning a lot of things, so that will just improve over time. I'm sure of it. I'm stubborn enough for it. You install it through Sorted Out. Yeah, but did you copy files manually, or did you use a tool for it? This doesn't look like glass. That is center to 12. Okay. So this is diffuse texture 21. Front 10. You did it manually. Okay, then you just remove the files that you installed manually. You just remove them fully. And hopefully if you reinstall it, that's how a lot of people have seemingly fixed it. By just reinstalling it, it kind of fixes itself for some reason. Oh, he's about to play City? Okay, well, let's go take a watch.
Who are they playing then? Marmoush, Savic, Pulisic, O'Reilly, Sanchez, Vossa, Martin, Gvardiol, Kusanov, Nunes, Trafford. So they have rotated. The bench is weak as well. They have rotated, which is great for us. I mean, look at the players that aren't playing.
It's going to be sick, isn't it?
Let's have a look, though. Oh, my God, this is going to be a fucking tough game, this. Come on. Oh, my. I mean, I have got reshade on as well. Maybe I should turn it off or not. I don't know. Maybe it's making the shadows look a bit darker. Etihad Stadium. Mate. The flag's there as well. Oh, shit. Yeah. I mean, fair's in it. It's just fair's in it. Hold on. Let me actually get a proper angle. Yeah, so this is with reshade off now. Wait, hold on. Why is it so slow? I feel like I need to be more zoomed out to fully appreciate it. Oh, it's 1-0 already. We're 1-0 down already. The touches are nice there, though, as well, with the flags and stuff. The touches are really nice. 1-0 already.
Good evening, everyone who joined. We're watching some
Match meeting between some Max. Oh, yeah.
And it's actually, like, working.
Is there a camera angle where I can, like, I don't know. I mean, probably something like that, innit? To properly take in the stadium. Go on, Eric. Go on, Eric. Oh, come on, Eric. Tactical. Yeah, this is tactical, this one. Come on, Eric. What a finish. Teeny into Eric there, weak foot. Look at that for a finish.
Good goal, that.
Posting in. Come on. Hold on, let me pause. Let me go full match.
Rico, no, there sadly isn't yet, mate. Sorry.
Yes, you've got tactical. Yeah, it's tactical, innit? Probably tactical. What do we even have for tactical, though? Like, what setting should I have it on, like that, maybe? Wait, that's mad. I mean, it's different. But I guess, like I say, you could take in more of the stadium, can't you? Just feels weird. It feels weird watching a game like this, though. But I want to see the stadium. Back on broadcast. You want to make the shadows look a bit nicer too? I think shadows are hard in any game. Aren't they? Like, even in like FIFA, the shadows on stadiums can literally make stadiums unplayable. There's not really much you can do, I don't think. Good header. Obviously, you can try and make them as good as possible and get them as close to perfection. But I think it'd be very hard to, like, perfect.
Yeah, man. So it's really cool to see people actually playing around with this. I'll keep this on in the background a little bit.
Marmoush. 1-1 with City 7 minutes in.
With some comms.
Sanchez in, though.
I always like radio commentary better.
Pulisic, what a save, Milk. Come on, Milk.
Anyway, let's go back to this. Thank you, Robo, for testing it out, mate. And yeah, awesome to see. Let's head back to Unity and let's put on our music again. So there we go. And Tini, thank you so much for the gifted. So that is front 325, isn't it? Don't have time to consume anything anymore, really. I'm so busy with this or with these things that it's been a while since I've actually tuned into one of the streamers that I watch, like, regularly. And I do take too few breaks, if that makes sense. But hey, that's down to myself. I assume these are the same because they have the same textures. Shit. But this was terrain artificial gray. Yeah, so it was that one. And not in Everton. What? Portugal, Braga, and here we can look inside it. There are too many things that I still need to change. Hang on a second. This is fucked. Okay, so for this one, we'll just do it step by step. We'll just do it step by step now. Guys, if you are new to the stream, be sure to leave a like. Also subscribe if you're new. There's a Patreon link in the description as well. If you want to stay up to date with the latest updates, sure to drop a follow on Twitch. Yeah, just all that regular jazz. Hopefully the update has been kind to everyone. I am well. How are you, Root? But yeah, I'm doing well. Hopefully you are too. So this is 024. This is literally my streams, right? It's just me doing this sort of stuff. I was kind of wondering though. Say that I would pivot, right, and do some careers and stuff, or like actual like saves. Proper ones. Would people tune into that? Like genuinely just a question, would people tune into that? Yeah, so the Riverside Stadium is being constructed at the moment. It is in my plans to do. It's like really swiftly. But the lights, yeah, they will next week. The thing is, I can't really. There is so much that needs like a bit of fixing that if I do everything at once, just timing wise, efficiency wise, that is not something that I can feasibly do. So that's why I'm doing it weekly now, which, to be fair, sometimes is quite a big ask as well. But it's definitely more viable. You think so, Ruth? You think they'll tune in? I hope so. Because at some point I want to get into a bit of more content that isn't strictly FM related. Yeah, the fans will get improved in the future, mate. So I'm currently working on a complete overhaul of that system because I think it's quite shit. But yeah, so they will get worked on, absolutely. But I think, like, if you look at it, right, I started programming 2.5 months ago. So if you look at it from that perspective, I think what I've been able to achieve is quite good. It's obviously not where I wanted to be, like, completely. But yeah, it's getting there. So I'm quite proud of what I've achieved the last couple of months. And sometimes it feels like I'm learning more by doing this than I am by doing uni for 5 years. That's good to know, Steven. Steven. Yeah, sometimes it just also gets a bit much, right? So, of course, we had Christmas now over the last month. We had New Year, all of that sort of stuff, like all of the family gatherings, all of the, well, I just call it bullshit. That comes along with that. This is back one. My next target, a weather overhaul, as well as, of course, the dugouts. And I want to go into pyrotechnics, so like fireworks and those sorts of things. I think that's really sick, if I can get that to work properly. Center 3 DF0. So that is 93. Is it 93? Hey, Ibu. I've been doing well, mate. How are you? Shihimase. So 1.3 is already out, and it is ready for download. And once you have downloaded it, just overwrite the files. But I would recommend deleting them first. So this is 037. Was there anything else I've missed? What you've been able to do is incredible and all the attention mod. Yeah, but that is, Jack, it's also really down to the fact that there are so many PES modders who have been really nice and cool in sharing their work and allowing me to translate it to Football Manager. Because I do ask everyone for permission, because I hate stealing stuff. Especially if people have worked really hard for it, you know? It's taken advantage of a few times like that in the past. So I just want to get into contact with the creators. Essentially, the only thing I've done is been able to translate it to FM. Which, granted, wasn't easy, but hell. Sorry, this is 020. There we go, that looks more realistic. Not really. The only game that I've really played is Inazuma 11. So the new one that came out. That's like more like 2 AM or 3 AM when I can't sleep. Otherwise, I'm just fully focused on this. Which isn't healthy, I know. I am gonna go away for the next couple days. Organizing a camping trip with the school that I'm working with. So yeah. Polish teams will be in at some point, yes. The thing is, every single nation has a lot of like hardcore fans who all want to see their stadium. That's really cool, right? But it can get really overwhelming. And if you consider how many football teams there are in the world, it's quite a lot. So your team is gonna come at some point, but it's just a lot of work. So again, hopefully this update has been kind to everyone. Or at least in terms of, you know, that it looks good and it's actually like functioning as intended and that sort of stuff. I need to add a scoreboard there still. That's cool. I'll do that in a bit. So that one is correct. That one is. This is 037. Okay, we'll keep that as is. Sweet. Frulu, that is essentially what I've been doing, yes. With permission, of course. Yeah, Pedro, I will keep working on Portugal. I will also change up some other things, but it is something I'm going to be working on in the background as well. For sure. My dream is to have every nation be represented in a mod pack. So, yeah. But the thing is, Pedro, there are a lot of people who have a lot of different questions and want to see their leagues or their teams. I'm Dutch and I haven't even done the Eredivisie yet, so just imagine. Right, so it's always a bit tricky to keep everyone pleased. No worries, Negeboa. So thank you so much for the compliment. So there was a lot of anger with me from like specific fan bases the last couple days, saying that I just released it to get attention and stuff. And the truth of that is, of course, if I would have done that, then I would have held off for longer because I would have generated more hype. The reason why I put it out earlier is because I wanted to get feedback, which you guys have given a lot of. That would be sweet. That would be sick, Frulu. That would be sick. But I do want to express like black and white written permission. Because as I just went into, I have had it before, where my work, well, I was taken advantage of and stuff. And I don't want anyone to have that, if that makes sense. So only on the full permission I will do those things. Just because I feel like authors and creators should be credited for the work they do. Yeah. Oh, that's amazing, dude. Please keep me updated. So this is actually, again, this is made by Arthur Torres, the original one, and it's been adapted by the DW Pass. So give him a follow on Twitter. Link is in the chat above. Let's see. So this was this 33? My next goal, Pedro, is going to be crowds to overhaul that system, as well as get stuff like flares and stuff in, right? So torches and flares and smoke bombs and those sorts of things. Possibly, yes, possibly. I am still working on lighting a lot. Robo, what you could do is, hang on, let me switch the scene real quick so I can show you what to do. So you want to go to your configs. Let me move my big head out of the way. You go to your configs, installation directory. you should be able to change the lighting inject. So if you go up there, let me find it. So for that one, you want to set this one to false, I believe. Or you can tune back these values. It's just play around with it is what I would recommend, mate. You need to restart your game for those to take effect though, so that is a bit shitty, but yeah. Sorry about that. Cheers, John. Hey, Andretti. Hopefully you're doing well, man. But yeah, Robo, let me know if that works for you, mate. That's better. The issue with the non-procedural or the procedural generation ones is they're very finicky. Did it load quickly for you though? Because I made some last minute changes. So the 1.3, it should have a lot of performance improvements. At least that's what my Patreon said at the time. Hey Slamp, how are you, mate? Hopefully you are well. See, so this is 17. That doesn't look like it. 92. Yeah, today's been a bit of a hectic day, but a good one at that. So I've got both the what's it called? The Patreon update. Got that one released, as well as the normal one, the public one. So that's always good. I think it is this one. Yeah, there we go. Let's make this transparent. And do it from both sides. Wash. Yeah, hopefully Robo that has sorted out your issues. Yeah, man, it's genuinely, you are one of the reasons why the pitches have gotten a lot better. I'm not gonna say they are the best yet, but they have gotten better. But you're one of the reasons. Your unrelenting pushing to them. The Velodrome doesn't load. That is actually really odd, man. The Velodrome is like the one that I got the least issues with. Can you... Hang on, let me switch my scene. Can you open up... So if you go to your Football Manager installation folder, go here to the plugin folder, Custom Stadium, and just search for Velodrome, because it should be there. I appreciate you can't see that right now, but yeah. If it is there, then please check the config file, which is in Stadium Injection, and then Team Mappings, and again search for Velodrome. Because it should be there. So I'm a bit disgruntled why it isn't there for you. Also, thank you so much for the Prime subscription, Negebwa. Thank you so much, dude. Or miss, because both are possible, of course. That doesn't look quite right. I'll get that sorted out in a later update. But yeah, hey Declan, by the way, I didn't even clock that. How are you, man? Hopefully you've been a bit better since the chat we had this afternoon. Um, 3-0. Again, I've said it a few times, but I just can't believe people are tuning in to watch me arrange a few things. Hey JD, nice to hear that. Are you making any inroads already, or still nothing in that regard? Nice, Declan. That's great to hear, lad. I'm doing quite well. The release today was actually pretty successful. I haven't had any insults thrown at my head yet, so that's bound to be good. So it could be worse. So what I think it is, JD, is you have to log in to Steam, to Epic Games, to, well, the service provider. And because BepInEx injects things, what I think it does is kind of just blocking it, right? So it kind of says you can't connect to the server, so therefore, even though you have an internet connection, you're not connected, which means for Football Manager, you just don't have an internet connection. But yeah, I think it's something in that along those lines. Or something to do with anti-cheat or de novo or anything in that sort of general area, I'd imagine. But yeah, not sure. So what you want to do there, Mary Sempre, is take out close Football Manager itself. Oh, is it Tim? That's a bit shit. I'll get a fix for that out in a little bit. Bear with me.
Nah, I don't think he would have. That would have happened, Harry. I'm checking a replay now, Basti mate. Checking a replay, see what the pitch looks like. I mean, the pitch looks miles better. It is lagging its tits off, but I don't know if that's just replays. We'll find out. I think I fixed it then, because the game we just played then, you literally, it was like a rocket ship was landing on the pitch and was like hovering above. Oh, is there any known issues, Bassy, that I should look at in this early release pack? Like, so if I see them, then like I know it's an issue and not like something else. If you do know any. To be fair though, United getting Sesko over Watkins. Watkins obviously would have been great. Not saying he would have been bad or anything, but I don't think on paper Sesko isn't a bad signing in my opinion.
He's not against one.
Evan taken nice. Ill, food poisoning. Like Sesko was like linked to Arsenal and all this shit. Like, I wouldn't say it was like a terrible signing where when it happened, people were like, "Oh, shouldn't have got him." Overpaid 100%. It's Man United, though. We overpay for everything. It actually doesn't matter who it is. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I'll add the Velodrome to the 1.3 pack.
Amorim wanted Watkins, that's his point. Yeah, I have Toby, it's jokes. It's jokes, it's class. Yeah, he did. Me. Right, let's see if we're all sorted here now. Alright. Lighting looks good. Right. Now the FPS is on 10. But is that my problem? Now it's on 100. Happens during the start of matches. Okay.
Okay, that's good. Actually, very good intel to get.
Yeah, the market is full, but we do still overpay in a bad market.
Sorry, so I'm also troubleshooting robot issues.
That's good intel. That means the search is too long. What do you mean? Nice one, Lewis, lad. Nice one, mate. Yeah, but that's sort of like every young signing, isn't it, Edward? I mean, if you sign someone who's never played in the Prem, there's no guarantee about them being Prem ready.
Yeah, John,
or
that is
proven,
something
you know
that
what I
I'm
mean?
looking into fixing in the next update.
Unless you literally sign like a world beater.
Yeah, it shouldn't be much longer,
highlight
exactly.
and a half, by the way. I think that's the first time that's happened on this save. Yeah, it's all good now. Yeah, so it's just the start. Everything's working now. This is perfect. Fantastic. Thank you for the help, Bassy, mate, as well. 6 weeks to sign in Buemo. Again, Man United.
So, for you, Tim, I'm gonna update the Velodrome real quick. Currently packing that up so we can get it out the door real quick.
But like, United get both wrong majority of the time. Go on, Eric. Who do Reading have? I feel like Reading used to be quite a big club, not like big club, but did Reading spend years in the Championship? Oh, he missed the tackle. Batty's in. Oh, what a touch from Batty.
So, Tim, I don't know if you're still here. I'm gonna upload a link in the YouTube chat. Could you download that and place it in a folder that I pointed to earlier? So this one contains the Velodrome.
Kelman's done me anyway. Charlie Kelman, American, unbelievable.
Also restart the game after you have placed the files there.
Love it. Eric.
Right, so that is now cool. Okay, let's go on with this. Thank you so much for reporting it, Tim. I will get this out to the public soon. Or if you see the questions from people, please just point them to that link. Right, I think that is most textures actually finished now. Just imagine playing here, man. What the fuck? This should be illegal. That's how nice it is. Like, seriously. I plan to do the championship at some point, yeah, mate. Again, I've said this a few times on stream now today. What you have to imagine is everyone supports their club or their divisions, and there's a lot of people in the world, right? So, and everyone wants to see their own team. So just have a bit of patience. I will get there at some point. Hey, Giuseppe. You can't reach the server. You're Patreon the other day and you're saving the game. Currently doing a power save. Good to know. Sempre, sorry, I was a bit distracted. So if you, oops, I will switch my scenes real quick. Here we go. Let me get my fat head out of the way. So what you want to do, sempre, is select these 4 files, and these. So you have these 6 files selected. No, not at all, C Davies. Thank you so much for joining the stream and chatting, man. No, it wasn't. No harm was meant. You are watching the Braga Stadium, yes, Cristiano Fernandez. So you want to take these 4. You want to cut them. Make a new folder, name it whatever you want, and place it in there. Then you want to quit the game, remove them, go back into the game, play another match, save the game, exit the game, and put these files back in right in this directory. After that, it should be gone. At least it does that for most people. So yeah. John, I cannot fix the page markings at this point, mate. I am looking into a way to do that efficiently. So that will come at a later point. So the creator of this stadium originally was Arthur Torres. He's a Brazilian PES modder. So if you guys do want to give him some credit, that will be amazing. As well as DP, who has actually made the remodel for this. Leo, that is true, and that is simply down to the fact that I haven't made custom light maps for them yet. And I cannot do so on stream, since it just chugs the GPU a lot. So they will be updated in due time. But hopefully it is lighter than it was before, which I believe that was where most of the issues were. So you should at least be able to see what you're doing now. It's not perfect, but we are getting there. All right. We'll just make it rough. Yeah, I plan to do so, Isaac. Because now it's just a flat line. So this is better. It just doesn't fully work all of the time yet, but that's something that is fixable. Go to Portugal. Just in from work. See your recent other update. Putting it on now. Nice. Love that, Gary. Fuck, I forgot to do Celtic again. Sorry. Oh man. I'm also working on a new crowd system, so that is something that yeah, you should keep in mind, that you should keep your eyes on as well. I hope to be able to release that pretty soon, next week. right, let's start changing the lights to a point where it is acceptable. So what do you guys do? You are those. So let's save this and which one did I do last? That was Everton, wasn't it? Yeah. So England. So I was very chuffed with that line. Yeah, Isaac, I have seen it. I've also tried to contact him. He just doesn't respond. And the thing is, I can make it like that as well. Right, I can make it look super pretty. But then half the FM population PCs will blow up. And my choice was to make it run for almost everyone. So it's a fundamental difference in approaches. Thanks, JD. I've come to people in here and say that it's pretty good ASMR stuff to fall asleep to, which is a pretty big compliment. Go. Completely fucked that. There we go. What I pictured on Patreon last night? Nope, that was not reshade. I do not use reshade, Gary. Because I think it diminishes from the fact that I want my stadiums to look the way they do without any post-processing. And again, everyone uses a different post-processing, and if I use that within my own stadiums, or the stadiums that I mod in, you know, it's never going to look the way that that people would experience it. So if the club builds a new stadium, and this is a bit of a limitation still, it will just get overridden. So in the IDs, you will have to add your own custom stadium back in as the one you want to use. This is not something I can do for you. This is something that has to happen in your own save. I have added debugging so you can find the stadium ID though, and yeah, so that was totally without reshade. That was fully just the game itself. So yeah, my approach is to just, everyone should be able to use it. I know, John, this is the 4th time you said it. I know what you're trying to achieve now. Trust me, I do. But this is not something I can fix in a moment. Cheers, man. So I'm also doing a lot of optimization with crowds, not make everything as bundled up together. So these ones are Ignore them for performance. So these will be mixed with an intensity of 25 and a range of 25. We'll make soft shadows. Copy the component. Right. I've also had a lot of people ask me for a tutorial, and my honest answer to that would be I simply don't have time to make a tutorial, like an in-depth one. So if you are interested in following along and making stadiums like this yourself, my best guide would actually be, I don't know why it keeps rotating itself. It's so fucking annoying. But it's to just follow along, and at that point, yeah, you'll start to learn it. Just watch a few VODs back. I've had a few people who have successfully made a few stadiums already doing it this way. Why does this not keep moving? I don't understand that. You've never done this before, mate. See, because now when I do the global one, it does this again, which isn't good, obviously. Right, maybe that's just my autism just being fucked. Anyway. Cool. Now I would normally bake the lights, but that is going to chug my GPU quite a bit. So instead I'll just reduce the light map size a little bit, and I'll just let it bake as well, and I'll just rebake it later down the line. So I'm going to add a few things to the configs. So let me get over here, and then Braga. Switch its ID. Bosch. So it's currently baking, just a few minutes left. And this gives me a good opportunity again to shout out V1.3 PES. What do you mean, Douglas? Do the balls now have 3D like shadows? Again, I'll post a link to V1.3 in here, so that is the person who adapted the mod for we adapted the mod for PES 21, and has allowed me to use it freely for these purposes. So a big shout out goes to him. And whilst we're waiting, just shoot me some questions, because I'd be interested to hear. Gonna make some water soon. So once it actually starts building, I'll get some water. Ilu, you can't yet, sorry. I'm working on functionality for that though. Just keep in mind, it might come at a later point. Okay, I'll have a look in my pack, Gary, because I do have the virtual red pack, and they have given me permission to use almost all of the well, not almost, they have given me permission to use them all. So if you go to Scotland, we have the Caledonian Stadium, we have Celtic Park, Dens, East End, Easter Road, Fir, Hampden of course, Ibrox, McDermott, New Douglas, Petterdray, Rugby Park, Somerset, St Mirren, Tennadice, Tynecastle and Victoria. So those are the ones that I have. There's quite a few actually. It is quite a few. Gonna have to make Rugby Park at some point. I'm not a Commander fan or anything. It's just when my friends and myself did an online save. The friend who I was walking with, he played as Killy. I was Ross County, so up in the Highlands. And so we wanted to walk from Birmingham to Killy. Did so. But I finished the trip alone. The pint I had at the Rugby Park was just the best one I've ever tasted. So that was in the summer. I walked 450 kilometers, or like 300 miles, roundabout, in 3.5 weeks. Literally one of the best experiences I've ever had. Just met so many people, been to so many like sweet little places. Purposefully avoided all the big cities, so you don't, so you really start to like feel a country in a way. One of the best things I've ever done. And then you walk into Killy, and it's, sorry if someone in there is from Kilmarnock, but it's quite a shithole. Like, you just walk into the city and it's like, fucking hell, where have I ended up? It has its charms. No, it's like I do like myself a Guinness. Tennent's, of course. That's the one you have to drink when you're in Scotland. But it wasn't the beer itself. It was just after all of that, the whole experience, the trials, the joys, the tears. It's just like, sentimentally, it's the best thing I've ever had. It's like, finally I'm there. 300 miles is a long way, with like 25 kilos on your back. So yeah, I would recommend that to anyone. It's just get out there. Doesn't have to be walking, but just get out there. Get out there in the world, experience new things, have fun. Everyone's got so many heartbeats, and it's over before you even started sometimes. And it's so funny because you'd expect your performance to drop every day, but on the final day I had my highest pace. I was walking at 6.2 kilometers an hour on my final day, over a stretch of 25 kilometers. So it's really weird what happens with your mind when you do stuff like that. And there were the shy days as well, right? Because one day it was raining like 30 millimeters, and everything was soaked. Bought proper raincoats and like like rain dressings, and didn't stand a chance. So even those days, but then you get to a little cafe in Horton and Ribblehead, sorry, and everything is okay. Even though you're soaked, everything is cold, it's okay. That was a really good experience for me to have. Right, that is now finished baking. I know I reckon I'm gonna sound like a hippie yoga guy now right now, but yeah, just that's the way it is. And for me, it's been walking, but to some people it's motorcycling. To some people, it is. Yeah, absolutely. I had that in Scotland as well, when I did Ullapool to Tain in 2 days. Completely fucked. On that topic, midgies can go die in a fucking hole. I cannot express in words how much I hate those things. Fucking bastards. Why on earth is this the only one that does that? Okay. Whatever. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to be right back. I'm gonna get some this is a mod, yes, Cupid. But I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Yo. Right, let's finish building. So let's go and test Braga now, shall we? There we go. Did I already add the JSON file? I did. Cool. Right, then we'll play 7-a-side with football. Yeah, fucking hell. It's like torture, that. Right, let's go to Football Manager. Okay, cool. There we go. So first I want to try something out with Everton. Hopefully the mod has been well received. This is old city pack, but the game is all grey. Any clues, anyone? Okay, that's a bit odd, Graham. Let me quickly test this out now. Seems like the rotation is still a bit off. So this stand needs to go over there, and vice versa. Oh, then you need to install 1.3 because 1.3 has all of the fixes from 2 weeks ago. Okay. This is how it's supposed to look. And every seat needs to be aligned differently. Let's get a picture of this side. Tell me this doesn't look beautiful, man. So I'm gonna send Tinny a file real quick. There we go. So the seats need to be rotated 180 degrees still. Yeah. So this is how the seat maps are gonna look in the future. So now we're gonna quickly go over to Portugal. Sorry, I'm a bit split on my focus at the moment. So it's not Unreal actually, Graham. It's Unity. But that is something that I am looking into as well, is getting stuff like that in. Obviously, it's not super easy. But it is something that I am interested in finding out. Same as flares and smoke bombs and those sorts of things. No worries, lad. No worries. You're from Brazil? No worries, de nada, Leandro. De nada. Yeah, what Dale says, I'd say that too little. But if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more, yeah, do let me know by leaving a like on the stream, subscribing, all that good stuff. A lot of time goes into this. So we're gonna decline presser. Yeah, let's see if we can get the Braga stadium working, because that would be sick. And then we should hopefully be able to go into Botafogo. That will be the last one for tonight. I think it's really funny now if I look at my own career, my history: Sporting, Braga, Benfica, and Porto, just in the span of like 2 weeks. O'Neal returns to Celtic. Is that true? Fucking hell. Yeah, mad day today, by the way, with Amorim. Eja, if you know the basics of a lot of languages, you can start to like do the accents pretty well. Oh, sorry, Martin O'Neill, not Gary O'Neill. Fuck. Wrong O'Neill. But yeah, I just like languages as well, so that really helps. Yeah. Sorry, Mats. Do you remember me asking for your... True. The thing is, I haven't been able to figure out, or I haven't had time really to properly make the audio edition, but that is something that will hopefully come in the near future. So we're gonna have to reduce these a little bit. and the chairs are now rotated 180 degrees the wrong way. Brilliant. Oh, you have? Oh, cool. That's really, yeah, that's sick. Yeah. Just imagine playing your games here. There we go. This one looks clean, doesn't it? Oh, you're live streaming it as we speak. Okay, I will check it out, lad. Hang on, give me a second. Right, I'm in. Oh, that's sick, dude. Love that. So will this be whilst you are... not yet, Kyle, not yet. So Mats, will this be what you're doing is... Will it be together with the... Will it run in the match, or is it like an external program? So yeah, EGDA. This is actually the mod from Artur Torres, and it's been remade by DP Pez. So I've just linked him on Twitter as well. So this game can look really, really pretty in the right circumstances. Yeah, so it's okay, so it is external. Yeah, because I'm looking at a way to do it inside the bundle. So it's just whenever you load the stadium. Oh, I need to fix this. Whenever you load the stadium, it starts playing the music as well. But yeah, that's really cool. So please give Mets a follow on Twitch. I think it's pretty cool what he's doing. And then then Kyle, if you follow the video that I've made, you should be able to just install it right away. So I need to fix these two lines here on the side. Let me quickly do that. So they are... Is it these ones? So weird, can't find them in... I think this is one of them. So how does it look like in-game? Sorry boys, this is also part of troubleshooting. So it's beside the cable over here. Who? Alright. Super weird, I can't replicate it. Right, I'll just do a quick little fix then. Yeah, there's loads of variation, absolutely. But I have got a few things that I could already do. So I need to, okay, so that actually double renders. I set that up correctly. So it's like the pitch just ends here. So what I need to do is probably scale it up a bit and then scale it up a bit on the x-axis. There we go. Because it's hidden anyway now, so it doesn't really matter. Yes, it is Braga. A bit more yellow. All right, we can do that. We can do that. This is why I want to do things with you guys, because it's giving me feedback real time. Yeah, nice one. Nice one, Meds. Don't want to get copyright struck, so I'll just do it on a bit often. So what I'll just do is I'll just remove this one. Because that one doesn't really matter. And we'll just turn this one up a little bit further. But a bit more yellowish. We can do that.
He'll try to keep this alive. And he hits this forward. That's well played.
Like this?
They're playing with more zest.
What was I gonna do? Yeah, this one. Yeah, Ryan, I hope we can do that at some point. Just keep in mind that it can be quite tedious. But I hope to get that in at some point, yes. So let's save this now. Let's rebuild the bundle, and I will copy over a few plugins that I'm currently testing. So that was in here. Ugh. My file system is a mess, boys. So we'll get this one in. Field park on there. Oh, nice. Again guys, if you do enjoy the streams or if you want to support me in any way possible, be sure to leave a like, subscribe or anything as that. I am. Matt, do you also have the same issue where you make it 3 AM at night and then suddenly think, fuck, it's 3 AM? The Wembley of the North. Yeah. I think you have that as well. That's early for you. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I make it 5 or 6 AM as well. Just do all-nighters. It's not healthy. Yeah, it does become a labor of love. So the thing is with it is, it's just, I don't know, you start to feel attached to it or something. I don't know, it's really weird. But yeah, you spend so many hours in it and just from a passion, and it's really fun. So yeah, props to you, man. Are you a programmer from like the field? Or are you just a person like me doing this as a hobby? Right, let me quickly copy over the new file. I was just doing some shit on the background. There we go. Yeah, I didn't even know that, dude. But that is really impressive. It starts to like become your baby or whatever, you know, in a really weird way. Yeah, bro, I totally did, bro. So the lights are now fixed, at least in many ways. Yeah, and then halfway through you start to realize that, oh shit, a lot of things actually aren't working the way I want to. Mario, this currently is not on the agenda yet, because I want to get everything working out first. Hang on, I'm now catching up on Twitter and there are a few issues, so I'll just let people in on a few of them. On how to fix them. Give me a second, boys and girls. Sorry boys, and I'm back. Yeah, indeed, and then the game crashes 5 times and you think to yourself, why the fuck am I still doing this? and then suddenly like you have a breakthrough. No, you can't explain it because it's from a passion and you just start working on it instinctively. I need to change this to not float, I think. We have some texture glitching over there. Let me check this now in Unity, see if that is correct. Oh yeah, it is. So I need to increase the pitch width still. There we go. So that will be fixed. Still the wrong way around. Yeah, you can see how fickle it is. Japan is also on the list, but I also still want to do a few Dutch stadiums as well as a few Portuguese and other ones. This song is, hang on, Asset Lounge by Stream Tunes with 2 E's. I also do want to make a World Cup pack. So these skies that you're seeing, those will be in the 1.4 update. I think this one looks class. Genuinely amazing. Still need to fix a few issues here and there, but we'll sort those out later. Alright, so we have one more to go and that's Botafogo. I have changed this already, so that should be good now. Also, that is without any reshade or anything of the like. Oh yeah, fuck. Issue for later.
Apenstaartje Arturo 3 Huwe 6263 superchat at $5.14.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Daniel, you will have an update tomorrow. If I can still cram it in, because tomorrow I am going away for a couple days to do with work. So we can get away with this, probably. Same here. Yeah, cool. How are we on this side? Kurwa. There we go. We'll save this. Oops, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Barber. Thank you so much.
Apenstaartjes Barber 44 superchat at $5.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks everyone who's super chatting, as well as, of course, everyone who supports financially on Patreon or in any other ways. But yeah, so I do plan to do the World Cup stadiums as well. To tell you what now. I will need to add that one in. And then I simply... Actually, that's not going to work. The joys of modding, isn't it? So, like this. And then if we go back into quick edit, we should be able to simply use the line tool now to move that over, and hopefully that did nothing to fuck up the that looks good. Sweet. Are there still lags in gameplay 1.3 updates? There could be. Look, I can't check everything for sure, but a lot of the feedback was actually really good about performance, so I'm pretty optimistic. I want to thank you in advance for everything you've done for the community. I'm really happy to see you working on my club stadium. Thank you, Tuga. Much appreciated. Right, so I'm gonna save this. I'm not gonna build it because we'll do that. I'll do it off camera. And we have. Did I copy Botafogo? I didn't yet. Okay. So, give me 2 seconds. A bit longer than 2 seconds, maybe. So there we go. Yeah, I'll do the crowds. I'm currently working on the plugin, so and I'm notoriously poor in programming and doing streams because I'm just too scattershot for that. But the crowds will now be a bit more predictable in their behaviors. And it won't be the North Korean army. So that should hopefully be a bit better for everyone. Right, so let's go into here now. Brazil. I'll copy that one over. So yeah guys, if you do like the stream, give it a like. Subscribe if you're new to keep up to date with the newest stuff. I'm also working on some UI things in the background. Yeah. Keep the positivity going. I'm just trying to do the best. I'm gonna be away for the next 2 days, just so you guys know that. But yeah, I'm really happy that 1.3 has been received really well in most cases. So that is really, really good to hear. Yeah. So next week, the 1.4 update comes out, and that will allow me to, or that will also include a lot of the Brazilian grounds that we did the last week. Yeah, Ivan, that is something that I do want to do. However, the camera things I just haven't learned enough of them yet, so I can't physically change them yet. I want to make a few custom presets that you can use that are more closely related to how, for example, FIFA and PES use their use their stuff, use their cameras. So I hope that makes sense. If not, then fair. I'm not the best at explaining those things. The stadium, the HSV stadium is not loading. Okay. That is a bit weird. I will check it out in a hot minute. I'm just currently fighting Unity again, so give me a second. No, wait, not Portugal. Oof. Yeah, thank you, man. And you too. Do send me updates, man. That's gonna be really interesting. I'll repost your stuff as well. You know, you gotta support each other as modders. So, yeah. So we're gonna start on Botafogo right now. So many people have been asking about this from Brazil. Fonte Nova is also coming up, so don't worry, guys. Not today, but when I have my access to my GIS back, that's when we'll do that. Have fun, dude, and yeah, have a good stream. Yeah, 1.3 has gone out today, T-Terra. Or T-Terra, I don't know how to pronounce that name specifically. Okay, Barrett, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough, lad. But yeah, yeah, do let me know how it goes. Always open to feedback, of course. Am I missing a texture? Hang on. So I'm fairly sure that shouldn't be happening. Oh, come on. Ah, okay. That is actually a visual bug. that I need to sort out. So this will be a work in progress version of the Botafogo Stadium, so keep that in mind, please. But this one is going to be experimental, so I still need to revisit this one later. Have you removed your previous installation, Slam? As for you, Barrett, yes, do that and make sure that all 6 are getting in there. So all 6 files are, or all 6 objects are there. Can I see him get sacked? Probably. Do I think it's smart? No. That is such a delicate situation over at Liverpool. I think it would be very short-sighted to sack Slot. I mean, the Salah situation, look, if you're the manager, you listen to the manager. Regardless. You weren't winning games, manager starts to change things. You weren't performing. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't see the issue with that. Just don't see the issue with that at all. It is a bit strange because there should be. So this is the center 148. I just don't think it's going to be smart to sack him off mid-season. I don't know. I think he still has a lot to offer. It's just when you're the manager, your job is to win games, and they weren't. So what do? I think fairly so. You start to shuffle around things. I just don't know. And the whole Jota situation is very, it's super delicate. So I think it will be very daft to axe him off right now. Get someone completely new in who has no idea of the situation. I don't think that's really smart. Yeah, wind dust. You'll notice a lot of different with the patches. Yes, like a ton of difference. And if you don't want to believe my word for it, I'm sure chat will attest to that right now. Now, is it perfect? No, far from it. But it is a lot better, for sure. But like Salah is still quite young, isn't he? Like he's still in his early 30s. So, but again, this is just the deranged yellings of a lunatic on the internet. So take it with a pinch of salt. Alright. And that isn't my shader. Nor is that one. Yeah, but you know, I think he's still good enough to make a difference, like consistently. I think, or at least like, you know, when it becomes problematic is when you give him too much power, and that's what I say. That's what I actually want to praise Slots, just for, you know, standing his ground, laying down the marker that he's not going to be bullied around or pushed around. And they've sorted it out with each other, I think, or at least are on speaking terms again. So I don't know. I think also the media loves to sensationalize a lot of things. That's literally how they have a job. With all due respect, of course. So Mac is currently still very experimental, so use at your own risk. I am not going to help in any way, shape or form because I just don't know enough about it. But there should be a experimental version for Macs. Just by following the things that I wrote. That's how one of the Patreon members figured it out. And yeah. I wish I could give you more answers. During the Chiesa, I don't know. I don't particularly rate Chiesa. Yeah, I don't know. He's just not my type of player. Sure, he's a brilliant lad and stuff, but I don't know. I don't. You know, he's not consistent enough or something. I don't know. Sometimes you vibe with a player and sometimes you don't. Like, I was one of the few Chelsea supporters who really liked Mason Mount. Just because the lad always gave everything. He's like always, he always gave 200%. Didn't matter whatever, 200% always. So I was very sad to see him leave. Because say what you want, he did help win the club a second Champions League. I don't think you should underestimate that. Yeah, football is very fickle. I've noticed, like super fickle. As in, like one day you're the hero, and the next one you just like almost nothing. If that makes sense. So yeah, it's a bit strange, football. Actually, I'm gonna try out something new with the lighting. So what I'd like to do now is this, and then we do a spotlight. This is actually fogged. Right, at least for this one, we can say what the fuck? Yeah, okay. Sometimes I just fucking hate this program, you know that? It's such a fickle, shitty thing. At times. At times I really just want to fucking kill it. So the range should be 60 and the intensity should be 250. There we go. Alright, we'll just paste these values and get it looking like that. I will do Barcelona's new stadium at some point, Sebastian. Or Sebastian, but not at the moment. There are other stadiums I want to focus on as well, but it will come down the line for sure. I'm sure I can change a few things about the new stadium. And by the way, welcome. I love this game. Good to have you back, man. Hopefully 1.3 has been kind to most people. Yeah, they have Slam. I'll show you how to change that right now. So if you go to your configuration file, you will have this file called light inject. And if you scroll all the way down, you will have this string in the config that is set to true. You want to set that to false. And if your match engine is too bright, you want to hang on, what do I do? Yeah, you want to change these values. But for new gen faces, set this one to false. I hadn't realized I hadn't updated the file properly yet, so That's why. So a hotfix will be out later. I'm also working on crowd stuff, yes. I hope I can show that off right now. I just my crowd plugin is being a bit ridiculous because I changed some things to it, and I don't like to do that stuff on live stream because I'm just too scattered in my focus. It looks better. Yeah. So I actually also need to check the logs real quick to see what happened. How is the no rain plugin going for everyone? You love it? Nice, cool. That is great to hear. Yeah, it can stutter a little bit, true. So the performance, it shouldn't be that intense. It depends a bit on your hardware as well. How do you turn off the rain? That one is included into the plugin bundle. At least it should be. Let me see if I need to bring out an update. No, it is included. I'm currently baking the lights. It doesn't. Oh, it's probably stuff from my Premiere, isn't it? Ah. That'll be fixed for the next one. So I'll just disable it for now then. Cheers, man. So I'm gonna end the stream a bit earlier than normal today, because I still need to figure out some. It will automatically have rain disabled. Yes, Kyle. So there's no worries there. So I'm gonna end the stream a bit earlier than normal. Get some good rest ahead of tomorrow. No worries, Kyle, and thank you so much for the compliment. Much appreciated. Oof, there are so many comments on Twitter. Like comments. Oh, Jesus fuck. that I went too insane on the lights? Someone did my eyes gif. Well, there is light, just a bit much of it. Well, let's bake them again. This is just too intense. Fucking hell. So a few more minutes, boys. Right, I'm gonna try and load into a match now to see the crowds. Okay, nothing on the hand. It's beautiful, isn't it? Oof, sorry for the creak, boys. Hopefully the crowds do work this time around. Otherwise I have to revert to a backup. Don't think it does anything, does it? Nope. At least the chairs are oriented correctly now. Oh, I noticed I never switched my scenes. Yeah, have a nice look at this. Also, I try to investigate why I can't get any. It's so beautiful, isn't it? No, you were supposed to play a full match. There we go. Greetings, JK. Hopefully you're doing well. this is also normal. So what's going on? If you're on broadcast mode, it will run at just normal FPS. I'm sorry by the way if I'm not checking up on chat, I'm just a bit busy now with this. And Moonlight doesn't do anything. Nor does Evening. So if I load this. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Beck. Right, I think I see what it's doing. So these can just go away. Okay, I got it. I think I understand what happened now. Finally. Behind goal on this team is gonna cook like crack. Jesus fucking wept. Welcome to Prison FC, boys. I really love this. I'm sorry, I'm spending too much time on this. I need to figure out why crowds aren't working. Right. So the Botafogo one is still rendering the lighting. So this can take that can still take a little while. Yeah, the new crowds. So ignore the colors because the colors haven't been adjusted yet. That is a thing that I still need to do because it's still I started on this a few days ago. Let's see. Release. Yeah, so they are the same models. It's just they have been updated to now more accurately. Like what I used to do before was I bundled both the seats, the crowds, and a few other elements together. So now I've just basically said, okay, I'm gonna rip that all apart. I've started literally from scratch, and by doing that, it allowed me to, well, rebuild the file, the plugin more efficiently, I suppose. Unholy voice crack too, by the way. Right, so now I'm going to rebake the lighting again. Though I might just leave this for now and do the crowds and just actually stop streaming earlier for once. But with the crowds, sure. If I don't go to bed early, because that might also be a chance. For once, at least. Let me quickly follow along with the logs. There we go. So these are the crowds now. Keep in mind I am both baking lighting now and I'm streaming, so it can be quite laggy now. Again, the colors will be adjusted. Yeah, thanks, love this game. That's true. But you know, when you're in a certain mood or a vibe, suddenly things just start going. So this plugin is still a bit inefficient because it still renders everything in front of the camera. So that's why it didn't release with 1.4 today for patrons. So does this crowd look a bit better now that you're seeing it live on stream? So it's no longer a North Korea crowd. Now, hopefully, and Tindy's gonna absolutely hate me for this, but I'm gonna go to the Everton game right now. Because, I mean, it's still not perfect or ideal, but, you know, we'll get there at some point. And for some reason, my keyboard has switched to UK, so now my hashtag is a pound. Moises, please don't run on low. Because my plugin or my pack is made to run on high graphical settings, not on low ones. See, so there's this rotation issue that I need to sort out, because I've got the stadium up from the correct side now, but I need to add a feature into the plugin so that I can use, so that it just auto does the rotation. Hello? You weren't correct, were you? No, because it's definitely the crowds. Hang on. So the seats need to be at rotation 180. That is correct. But the crowds, they don't do this at the moment. So yeah, this is the beauty of modding. It's just weird shit happens every time. Yeah, James, they absolutely will. I just haven't got a clue when yet. Oh, the seat's at least facing the right direction now. That they are. So that's good. So for example, for the dugouts, right? So what I ideally want to do at some point is so you're gonna have these. Where are they? Hang on. So if you, for example, disable this one just entirely, you'll see that they're all gone, right? So ideally, this is what I do, but only for the ones that are. Love to hear that, Barrett. Amazing. Cheers, James. That's also really nice to hear. So I want to do this at some point, but only for the bench players, right? So figuring that out as a right ball lake, getting it to work is an even bigger one. Because they're not static, they're changeable. So yeah. So with that said, let's exit the game. It is currently 11:15. Thanks, Kevin. So please listen to Shrek. And I wish everyone a very, very good night. Hang on. This is a bit fucked up now. There we go. So James, you update the mod by just removing the files that you had in your directory in the first place, and then overriding it. Yes, Moises, you can. You can. I'm going to look into player faces soon, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks everyone. Thanks for the support. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.